Hey guys, Shelly here. Today we are going to be fermenting some dill pickles. So stick around and we'll do it together. Alright guys, so a friend of mine brought me some cucumbers because cucumber beetles got mine and I didn't have anything left, wasn't able to put any up. So thank you, Jennifer, for bringing me cucumbers. And so I want to try fermenting them instead of just making dill pickles. I want fermented dill pickles. So let me show you everything that we need and we'll go through and learn how to do this together. All right, so I have got sea salt. You want good salt. You don't want iodized salt. You want sea salt, a natural salt. I've got my fermentation dewies that I've never used before. And that reminds me, I've got to get my weights. These are my fermentation weights and we're going to need those. I've got clean, wide mouth quart jars. They have already been sterilized. We've got some garlic. I've got black tea and water. Oh, and I've got my dill here. So let me get started. I've got my cucumbers. These are sliced into spears, as you can see, and I've got those just sitting in cold water. So what I want to do is start by putting my dill, and I'm not really going to measure this part. I want to put my dill down in the bottom like so, and my garlic. And I really like garlicky pickles, so I'm going to put 2 tablespoons for us. And this is my black tea. This is just a bag of regular black tea that I had. Let me get my measuring spoon. And I want to put a 1/4 teaspoon into the jar. This black tea has tannins in it, and that helps keep your vegetables crispy. So you can use black tea, you can use bay leaves, and I don't have a whole lot right now. I've got a few bay leaves, but not many, and they're smaller pieces, so I didn't want to go that route. So I'm using the black tea. Anything that has tannins in it, you can add to keep your pickles crisp. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start stacking these in here and see how many we get. Fermenting is kind of a new thing for me. I did some sauerkraut, and it turned out really well, actually, better than I expected. But I really want to learn more about fermenting and get better at it and include it more in our diet because it's just so good for you. Super healthy. Put some of these bigger pieces down at the bottom. And this should just take a couple of days. I might cut some of these so that they fit better at the top. You want to make sure that everything you use is super, super clean. And like I said, I've already cleaned everything I'm using, kind of sterilized the jars, cleaned the lids. All right, so let's talk about the salt. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of salt to this jar. You can dissolve it in your water if you want to. It's perfectly fine. It's up to you. I think that's as far as I want to go with that. See there? Let me get a different measuring spoon. Sorry, that was loud. All right, so I've got 2 tablespoons, or I'm going to have. I'm just going to pour that right in there. And you can dissolve your salt in like a half a cup of water and add that. You don't really want to, like I've got 4 cups of water and I know I'm not going to use all of this. So I don't want to dissolve my salt in here and then the salt be wrong in my jar. So I'm just going to add it in there. And this is well water. We have really, really good water. You do not want to use water that has chlorine in it. So you can buy spring water if you would like. And I think I put too much water in there because I don't think we'll just kind of let it spill over. Because my fermentation, I can't get it out. This, I don't have room for it. Let me just rinse this. Okay, so this is our fermentation weight. I'm just going to set that down in there and let me get a bowl. I'll set this in the bowl because I'm fixing to spill water out. There we go. So you always want whatever vegetable you're doing to be under the brine all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I thought at first this didn't fit. And then I realized you really have to press it down in there really well to get it to stay. And kind of wipe the stuff off of here. I still have too much in there. So let me press some more liquid out. There we go. Put this on. All right. That's all it is to it. I'm going to wipe this off since I made a mess. And this will go in the cabinet for a couple of days. I'll keep an eye on it. But as this begins to ferment, any of the liquid that needs to escape will go up into here and be trapped. There's a lot of different methods of fermenting. There's different lids you can use to ferment. There's fermenting crocks. And you're welcome to look up any of those methods. But this is what I'm trying. And let me show you what else she brought me. So I've got these in ice water. These are the little baby gherkin cucumbers. See those? Aren't they cute? So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of jars of these. Go ahead and finish out the regular cucumber spears. And I'll let you know how this turns out. Like I said, I'm new to it, so you're welcome to not follow my instruction. Go check out somebody that's really good at fermenting. But I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing anyway. And as you know, I always show you my successes and my failures. So if this doesn't work, I'll let you know. If you have tips and tricks, I know that everybody does things differently. So if you have tips and tricks, you're welcome to leave them in the comments below. Probably going to add some jalapeno to one of them and just see how that works out. Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Here's the finished product today. This is not fermented yet. This is just what I've got bottled up today. So I ended up with 6 quarts. And got 2 different types of little bubbler things on there, so we'll see how that goes. I've got another fermentation jar that I bought and I can't find it anywhere. It's driving me crazy. So I'll probably go look for that now. But these are pretty. Hopefully they taste good whenever they're finished.